I'm Dean Langasco, and about 6 months ago I listened to a podcast on the Smart Passive Income blog by Pat Flynn, and he was interviewing a couple in America. One, the wife was a librarian and the husband was an American football coach at a school. And the husband, was listening to all sorts of podcasts and things, kind of similar to me in a lot of ways, that he was looking for something that a little bit different, looking for opportunities, looking for ideas to do something a bit bigger for him and his family to help them have a life that they want. And, so he was coming into his wife and telling her all about these different podcasts that he was listening to, and one day listened to one particular episode of this blog, of this podcast that got him all fired up, and he decided to start writing his blog and start writing about American football plays and sort of just sharing his knowledge. And then he added some Google AdSense ads within his text, and in the hope that he would earn some AdSense revenue from Google if he got enough traffic going to his page. I mean, he played around with that for a while and nothing happened for months, and then one day he was riding along on his ride-on lawnmower, and he was refreshing his email as he's going along, and just was getting a bit frustrated, and all of a sudden 17 cents appeared in his account from Google, and he literally got that from someone clicking on an ad on his content on his blog. And he nearly wet himself with excitement. He just jumped off, went in and told his wife, and as if he'd won the lottery, he got 17 cents. But what he was excited about was the fact that someone had clicked on an ad within something that he'd written about something he was passionate about and he was going to do anyway as part of his job and what he loves. And it just kind of proved that all the stuff he'd been chirping away at his wife about was real, and that you could actually make some money online from just talking about what you love. So he'd been going on with his wife for so long that his wife was actually taking notice, and she was a much more logical person and was able to kind of pull together the best of what he was telling her and did some research of her own. And she decided that as a librarian in America, I don't know what it's like in the UK, but in America you need to create a lesson plan for your kids. So when the kids come to the library, you've got something to do with them, whether that's to let them have fun or to research or to use the library in some particular way. I don't actually know the content of the lesson plans, but it was a big enough problem that she realised that for her it was a real headache trying to come up with these lesson plans each year or each term, and so it would be similar for other librarians. So she thought, well, I'll give this a go, and she put together a free 30-day lesson plan based on her knowledge and her experience and a bit of creativity. So she put this 30-day lesson plan up for free on a simple blog and a website, and she gave it away for free, as I say, and she only asked for an email address. So you had to give your email address, then you could download the 30-day free lesson plan. And obviously as a result of that, librarians who were searching to solve that problem of lesson plans or library lesson plans, she was coming up either first or very high in the rankings because she was the only one offering that. And she was building up this great big email database, but plus at the end of her 30-day free lesson plan, she was offering a full year's lesson plan for $200 or $300. I can't remember the amount. I'll share the link to that episode on the notes of this video in case you want to hear the full story. But basically what happened was, in the first month of her launch of this, and it's probably a bit more unusual than the norm that it happened so quickly for someone, but I think because it was such a niche target market that really helped. She made something like $20,000 from selling her full year's lesson plans. It was obviously a big enough problem that librarians were getting really frustrated with, that it resonated with them, and it just saved them a lot of time, a lot of problems. So the fact that she just created something that was really useful and gave a bit of it away for free to show that the value that she had to offer, and that she was actually offering something really useful, gave them the confidence then to immediately go and buy the full thing, because it saved them so much effort trying to come up with ideas and things to do for the kids. So that really got me fired up, got me really excited, and I've done nothing but consume everything that there is to do with that type of thing, with affiliate marketing and internet marketing. And before I heard about that, I kind of sort of had a thought in the back of my head that internet marketing was something kind of scammy or network selling or whatever. I never really looked into it too far. And then when I started listening to these podcasts and really getting in deep into what goes on, I started to look for someone to actually speak to who's doing this for real, that's nearby, so I could just find out a little bit more and find out that it's real, that you could make a living online from just talking about or sharing your knowledge or your passion. And I was at an event just about a week or two ago, and I was telling the people at the workshop all about what I'm talking about now. And one of the girls that was there, another trainer, she told me about Martie, and that I should meet Martie and find out about his story, and that apparently not long ago, like less than a year ago, he was working in a call centre and he started doing his own affiliate marketing, and he's now making £7,000 on average, £7,000 sterling a month from what he does. And I gave him a call because I got his details from the trainer, from Jan, and was delighted because he called me back and we spoke for about 2 hours, and I was just over the moon, and he was sharing everything. He just told me everything about step by step how he achieved what he's achieved. Really lovely guy, not your conventional looking chap. He's got dreads, wearing a bit of a rasta hat, bit of a beard. He's very chilled out, and you wouldn't obviously think to look at him if you were being judgmental walking down the street that this is a guy making £7,000 a month. He would say that himself. But anyway, Martie's agreed to do an event with me where we're going to, basically I'm going to interview Martie on stage. I'm going to find out his story. What was he doing before all this? What led him up to this point? How did he get into internet marketing? What was the light bulb moment that made him realise that this is something that he could try, and then what were the challenges and things that he had to overcome, and just basically how this all came about. I mean, the main thing is that all he does is, initially he created a couple of videos to show people how to set up their own WordPress blog, or how to set up their own website for free. So it's like an hour-long video, and he just goes step by step, sharing his screen, showing you how to set up a WordPress blog, and by the end of it you should have your own blog. And he mentions his hosting company in that video, so unless you know about this already, you need a hosting company usually if you're going to set up a blog or a website, which is basically like a computer somewhere that is on 24/7 and holds all the information that's on your site in one place. And usually you pay like £5 to £10 or whatever it is a month to have hosting, and he uses a particular hosting company for his blog, and all he does at the end of each video is mention that hosting company and recommends them. And if people click on that link, he gets paid a commission of close to £70 a time, and he's making on average £7,000 a month from doing this. So he's not doing anything weird or wonderful. He's just giving useful information. He's helping people. He's being found because the quality of his content is really good. It does what it says in the tin. He promises to help you to build a website, and his video will help you build a website. So YouTube is rewarding his video with higher rankings because it's really relevant to what his title is. And when people are watching it, they're staying with the video because it meets what they were expecting, and their watch time is longer than average, so he gets up higher in the rankings. Anyway, we'll go into all that in the event, and I can't wait to share his story with you as well. We're going to be on the Barge, which is beside the waterfront in Belfast, and it's a great venue. It's basically a moored barge that would have been involved in the shipping business and shipping industry in Belfast at the turn of the the early 19th century, 20th century, sorry. I'm not a historian. So basically I'm going to interview Martie. I'm going to pull out what we can of his story to see what we can learn for ourselves, and I'm also going to add a little bit of research that I have done in the past in terms of just finding other stories like the librarian one to help you and help me visualize how we could do this for ourselves. I also look at, from my perspective, at my day job as content marketing and helping companies and business owners and marketers to create content that actually gets people coming back for more, that they want to hear and see your content because it's adding value and it's something that they want to see. So I'll be talking about it from a content marketing perspective as well, to maybe show some ideas about how you could actually get an audience for what it is that you're going to create if you're going to go down this road. So that's it. There'll be more information on the event page and possibly in the notes below this video when I decide what those notes are going to be. And if you have any questions, I'd love you to get in touch, or drop a comment below the video or on the blog if this is where you find this. And my contact details are there as well if you want to drop me an email. So hopefully see you at the event, and if not, drop me a line. See you soon.
I turn my head to the sky, focus one thought at a time. I do not like the little things under my tongue.